Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever, whenever that you may be tuning in. This is Yonks, and this is another office hours for pre-launching myIRA.fund, and this is now day 16 of our 180-day live stream sprint and marathon. And on my screen right now, I've got the Google Docs. This would be linked wherever you are watching us here. And this Google Docs is very tab heavy. And we'll probably be bouncing up to the myIRA.fund teams and brand sub-tab that we have there. This is now our third week of our 25-week challenge. I love breaking things down on a week by week basis. But anyway, let me scroll down here. Always going to talk about our FELG culture, fun, earning, learning, and giving. And we're starting to have some fun with some mechanical cupcakes, but not going to really talk about that right now because, uh, well, we may. I don't know. Like, one of the things that I think would be really fun is creating, opportunities for people to uh, put in various trading strategies. And that's one of the things that will be interesting to see how things unfold because I really view myIRA.fund as a platform that's technology enabled through the AI agency that we're going to be creating. But this office hours is really geared for letting us just come together, hash things out, work through our pre-launch while we're working on getting a minimum viable product where we can start onboarding cooperative members. And that being said, I'm gonna just stop talking for a minute here and let people chime in some thoughts as far as what some things that we should unpack during our office hours today, and then we'll go from there.
I'm curious where you're storing the Fathom note taking after the meetings.
So that's all in the cloud. That's I don't know what Fathom's backend has. I don't know what the retention is. That's something that we should probably talk. I as far as getting a uh, premium for how often that we're using it. And this is one of the things that is a worthwhile conversation because tomorrow we're going to be having a tools working group on workflow automation. And this is something, want to create solutions for ourselves, but the opportunity, to have these solutions and like, working with Fathom, one of the tools that they use for workflow automation is Zapier. So that's definitely a tool. But the way that Fathom does it. So Fathom is storing all the stuff in whatever cloud environment they have. I don't know what it looks on the back end.
Yeah, but how are we storing the notes from the meeting that Fathom's taking for us?
So we're not really storing it.
They
There's
they come to us in email, and
yeah.
if you if do they copy everybody who's on the meeting in the email, or is that just if it's not a Zoom?
Yeah, so right now you think we're facilitating entirely workflow that's central to Luma. What do I mean central to Luma? Like we're here together because of an event. We all RSVP'd. When I created the event, and let me just open up the Luma calendar here because Luma has since it's with my account and I have the paid Zoom account, I have my or the organization account for Yonks tied in with Luma. And let's see, Luma. Here's the calendar. So right now, all of my IRA.fund. And real quick, should I make a separate calendar in Luma for my IRA.fund or not worry about it right now?
I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, it's when it gets jamming, you can do that.
Yeah, because I'm quite okay with that. So anyway, like here upcoming tonight after like in 5 hours, less than 5 hours, we're gonna be doing an office hours for AiAgents.Box. And one of the things too, you can see that's slightly different is I took out some of the event specific stuff because it was having some undesirable stuff. Like you can see office hours 12 here and office hours 13 here. So that's one of the things right now. The events with my manual workflow process are getting created through Luma. And then like one of the things that wanting to do and real quick, like the workflow automation, I'm not sure what workflow automation thinking about my IRA.fund, but yeah, like one of the things that we need to think about in designing our uh, environment, our platform, our ecosystem is email. Because like Tyler mentioned, that's one method that Fathom communicates is that they send out an email to the participants. Um, and that's another way you think about continuing to elevate through information and access to information. AI agents need access to some email. It may even make sense to have the AI agent have its own email address just so that we can tap in because email is an unquestionable communication tool and the opportunity to again have that agent receive regular communications from sources of whether it's newsletters or Fathom video posts or other sorts of information that is still largely facilitated via email. So email is one source of information that we need to think about because like if we have a lot of scale with AI agents, we need to have some framework for doing email. And I'm not sure exactly what that looks like because that's not an area of expertise that I have. But anyway,
I do.
awesome.
I just need the emails. I can
Well, when
I
you
can I can I can take the information that's in the email and then have it populate a Notion database when the email comes in, and then I can schedule agent to pull from that database and generate a blog post for approval or editing. I
yeah,
can
and I
do all that in Quest Flow.
do we need to speak thinking of quest flow, is that something that we should have on our and we'll talk more about our tools workflow automation during tonight's working group, but can't remember. Let's
Yeah,
see.
because essentially the easy workflow is I can use basically I can have the Notion database populated. I can probably do all this in QuestFlow. I can have it pull from my email account that's uh my business email that I've given access to QuestFlow, like connected it to, and it can pull from the email. It can populate a Notion database, and then it can pull from that database and generate a blog post, then push that and post it to the social media accounts that I have it connected to. I can do all that in QuestFlow AI.
Yeah,
Now,
and when
then
I'm
the other
speaking
thing
of
is,
email, Ernest, I'm talking about like instead of you, because I heard something like you talking about using a personal email address. I think that there would be probably value to have an email address for the AI agent. Because like
yeah, I,
what
I have a business account through Google work. I have a Google workspace that I've given access to agents to. So they're not accessing my personal email and making changes, and they're not accessing my personal Google Docs. So through
no,
Quest, I already have all.
understood. I'm just thinking about like us creating a service that we can offer to other individuals at scale where we may have hundreds or thousands of AI agents for basically our cooperative members through whatever, like myIRA.fund and within somebody's myIRA agency. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, like, because setting up email infrastructure to provide But I'll have more conversations with surrounding the email stuff later. I don't think that that's something that we need to spend a lot of time right now, but I think it's something that we should be thoughtful of.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to get the emails that Fathom's creating. So if I could get those emails, I got one and I haven't gotten one since.
Yeah, and that's uh, an opportunity to improve the workflow. And I think that there's probably even more opportunity of not even the emails, but using the API. And that's where we would need to have a because the quality of the emails on the free account versus the team edition account is very different. So
Under,
we
Understood, but you should right now be able to set up a rule that just automatically forwards to our team here the email you get from Fathom. So us getting the notes that the note taker is taking is doesn't even need an AI agent. You just got to set up the rule in your email account so that we get the information that's coming from the Fathom note taker.
Right, and this is too where I think that we could see what it looks like as far as the Zapier integration, because what we can pull from Zapier may be higher quality than what we want from the email also. But that's something that we can. It looks like that the it looks like it's about $80 a month for the pro plan. I was already seeing such a difference as far as the quality of emails that I think that it makes sense, but that's something that we'll work on getting in place here shortly.
Yeah, and it looks like make.com is replacing Zapier.
When you say replacing, I think that they're a competitor. I wouldn't say replacing.
Eh. I mean, that's the thing is that so right now we can offer services where we don't even need to create the agent so much as we just need to create the workflows for the customer and then set them
Yeah,
up with some service.
and one of the things too that I'm really wanting to potentially use is the because like going over here to looking at our phases. I'm going to bring that up because this is a slide that we've already looked at real quick. So these are the phases for myIRA.fund that we're talking about here. And from a technology standpoint, myIRA.fund is kind of the brand, and this is the way that we're going to describe the technology is as my IRA agency, and Cloud Zero, the zero aligns with phase zero for alpha phase over here. And one of the things that I think that we could provide here in this phase zero for these first 100 members is anything LLM. And this is the leading AI agent. Have you played around with this at all, Ernest?
With what?
Anything LLM? Looks like you got your mic closed if you were trying to say something.
I haven't used anything LLM yet.
Okay.
Um,
Um,
I downloaded it for desktop and it gave me a bunch of files. It did not give me an application that I could open up and play with. So I'm curious basically how to run the files that it gave me. Um, that's, but I haven't done, once I got stuck there, I didn't do any additional research.
and
So
I'm adding another section here as far as what will we offer in phase zero. Oh, I wonder if I hit mute. Let's see. Actually, okay. What we offer in phase zero, and I think anything LLM maybe because again, question. Um, Because the thoughts here on anything LLM is that this is probably like something that we could fairly easily offer. It's the leading AI agents for more the Web3 natives and the tinkerers over here. Again, looking at this slide, these first two phases are going to be people that are more technology explorers. So having a nice suite of tools that somebody could really own through open source software, anything LLM, and that's one of the reasons that I like anything LLM is and let's just talk on GitHub here. So GitHub, this is currently the leading AI agents topic over here, and if you click on AI agents from their little topics, it'll show the topic tree. So I'm gonna work on getting see if I can get the Docker for this set up in Fleek environment for Yonk's team AI agency, because that's where I'm really wanting to do our own exploration. And then like one of the other things too, I've got an open tab here on OLAS. Have you looked at OLAS yet, Ernest?
Have not. I think I got you dropped the link the other day.
Yeah.
I got the link.
So this is where OLAS is at statistics wise. They currently have 487 daily active agents. And the OLAS predict, let's see, learn. Can't remember where it was at. On their page, but that looked like something else that was a really strong use case. Let's see, what is OLAS? Let me just go to our Telegram here real quick. Perfect.
You can go through your pitch deck so far if you want to.
I don't
You want to
really
skip
have
it?
any more slides than the that's not something that I worked on. I mean, that's definitely something that we could jam on for the next half hour. I was asking in the One Piece Labs if they communicated who the if had been selected yet, but oh, I did find the OLAS predict here's the OLAS predict agent economy. What is OLAS predict? Let me make this bigger for everybody. OLAS predict leverages autonomous AI agents to create a seamless and cost-effective prediction market ecosystem by using advanced technology and eliminating human participation has generated significant transaction activity on the Gnosis chain. Its predictions are focused on current events. And then it talks about market creators, and this is some of the agent roles: market creators, traders, mechs, and closers.
Yeah. So once you all want to start testing a trading bot, gonna need a strategy that you want to deploy
And yeah,
to
that's one of the
test.
I think that's an opportunity around people within our community to create their own mechanical cupcakes that have a particular trading strategy. And this is just me thinking out loud, but the opportunity for whoever creates, a strategy that is proven effective over time, that's something that other people might want to tap into, and having a framework through our platform that allows those sorts of environments to exist, I think is something that we can foster through design. But going back real quick to um, this launch your own agent economy with OLAS. This is something that I was wanting us to explore. And I can't remember how well that I had communicated that in Telegram, if I did or not. But when this is aligned with what I was just talking about there, launch your own agent economy within OLAS. So this could be a potential framework that we could use for building our own agent economy, mechanical cupcakes within myIRA.fund. So I think talking about this, I had a conversation. Let's see, I think I put this on an upcoming tools working group. So I'm going to bounce down here to the content main tab within our Google Docs. So tools working group deep dive into OLAS network and slash Valerie. And here's that academy opportunity for people that want to learn OLAS. Become an OLAS agent builder. So this is something that for somebody that wants to learn how to do this, that's something that I would absolutely encourage for doing, because I can see that this is really aligned from an ethos standpoint. And so, anyways, take a look at that. I'm gonna throw that in the live stream for everybody also. So here's the OLAS Academy by Valerie. Valerie. All right, just throwing that in there for people to look at. And here's the link to the path for launch your own agent economy with OLAS. Throwing that link.
Yeah, you see where it says define goals and KPIs?
Yeah, let me just click to the next.
Yeah, so basically in Chat GPT, I'm building individual agents and designing and refining their goals, objectives, character, uh, trying to come up with some KPIs eventually when we have some workflows. But then as I develop these in Chat GPT and they prove that they're working, then basically I can export the the personality and then use those personalities to define the goals and objectives.
Yeah,
So
and this
that's
is
how I'm
something.
testing the creation of initial agents that might be useful in a team as a swarm.
And this is something that I think that we should also do some design consideration with our agentic AI architecture for like creating our own dev agency, or and that's something that we'll continue to talk about as far as from a design standpoint. But anyway, should we go hop into the back to the pitch deck now?
Yeah. I mean,
All
it's
right.
cool to listen to just like what you got so far. It's okay that you're not completely done with it, but at least just running through what you have
I
will
got
give
three
you
slides, Ernest. Here we
good
go.
practice.
1, 2, 3. So this is all that I have as far as the slides, and all of these other are out of the box on the deck. So yeah, I have not worked on the slide deck since we last talked about the slide deck.
Oh, let's work on it.
All right. So here was our what slides in pitch deck. This is so I got the launch phases. Let me move this up to the we've and I'm gonna put one is intro. Two is trad phi equals foo emoji. Um, okay, so let me move this check to the front. So those are the three slides right now. So, and I'm gonna move the how to a different line. That'll be towards plus how. CTA. Close with the CTA.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Since you're writing all this out in frame it, the outline in Google Docs, you can just give all that to Questflow, and then it can actually just generate your slides for you.
Yeah, well, if you wanna if you wanna run that through Questflow, that would be amazing. If it would make some, I'd be curious to see what it had, and I think that's some of the ethos of this live stream challenge is to get great at using AI tooling, and AI agents are the evolution of using AI tooling because that functionality is going to move over to the agents, but haven't built that yet. So
Well, you still got to have it all framed out in an outline, in text-based outline, which is what you're doing. You can have it generate the text for you, but you'd still have to go back and edit the outline.
right.
So what's your fourth slot?
Well,
The problem
we
statement?
yeah, so we've got the five W's. So like what um
What, where, when, why, how, what, where, why.
and yeah, let me move Y up. Y. Because we might not want launch phases to be the third slide. It might make more sense when we're over here talking about the problem to go to the a Y slide. Let's see here. And let me Y. Young's team story about high TX costs using Alto IRA. That's a 1, 2. No. DeFi. I guess the what could be the launch phases, you think? Okay. So let's see. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna bounce down here real quick to so yesterday we did our in org bylaws. I'm gonna move this up higher.
I just dropped the outline for the pitch deck that I used when I created my pitch deck.
Okay, let me copy that in there.
And then your product and service is kind of the five whys, right? Or some of the whys to resolve the problem statement.
This is what I had for Y. Um, So I'm wondering if we should have uh the what have a slide in here um about AI agents. Like right after a problem statement.
But yeah, after your problem comes your solution. So using blockchain technology, get cheaper, more more trusted transactions and history. And then with the AI, you have your automated tools and workflows. It's kind of how I think about it.
I don't know if this is a template. Background. I'm not sure. I'll have to look at that later. And so we'll call this the solution. There's the layout. Play around with that later. Title slide, problem, solution, market opportunity. Definitely want to talk about that. I'm wondering, would this be a good one to use for market opportunity? Problem, solution. Market opportunity. Product or service, business model. It could probably be our launch phases. Wonder if anybody else. I'm curious here. Uh, AI powered IRA account. Here's a iFlip IRAclub.com. How it works. Let's see. This is about IRA Club. So here's somebody that would categorically be another self-directed IRA provider. Chicago-based, self-directed Roth IRA. Our process. So I'll put this on where I came over here though through a AI powered iFlip trading. So here's another example. Might have to do a demo on this just to like see that this is, another provider in the space. So, and us being able to really like uh the big gap that we're creating here in this initial phase is no DeFi with current IRA solutions. And if somebody does have some, let me know, because this is one of the things. But we're wanting to bring AI agents and agency to the $15.2 trillion in individual retirement arrangements. So, all right. So market opportunity. Um, it's funny, might even leave those stock photos in there. I don't know. Definitely change the underneath of that, but this is also like putting some good speaker notes down here. But got only 5 minutes to do the pitch, and hopefully we'll find out here. But looking here, I see Ernest has got a outro song queued up for us. Let's see.
Yeah, and then Lotus and Mrs. Tyler, if you drop your Arbitrum address and pick an NFT from the collection, I can send it to you, and you can have your own cupcake.
Yeah, mechanical
Awesome.
cupcakes.
Where,
Somebody's
Awesome.
gonna.
Thank you.
my Arbitrum address, like Coinbase, I'll copy the address over there. How do you do that?
Arbitrum, so it'll be your ETH address. So whatever MetaMask account you would like this NFT, use
Okay.
that account, and your ETH address, your Arbitrum address will all be the same.
All right. That's the first time I'll be using Arbitrum, so thank you for the tip.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Do I need to have gas on my Arbitrum then?
No, because I'm going to be sending you the NFT. Now, if
Okay.
you ever want to move the NFT, you will need the gas on Arbitrum to do it.
Okay.
But you can just go to OpenSea, see the NFT, you know.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Well, looking here, I think got some good direction on the slide deck. Thanks for sharing the stuff there, Ernest, on that. That'll help also on a good flow. And then let's see, going down to some of these. Talked about the account abstraction. I think that we should go ahead with where we're at right now and move the conversation forward with Privy. Let me see here. Privy.io. I can't remember. I think that yeah, so we can zero up to 1,000 monthly active users. And then that's something that we can look at scaling with as well.
Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah, so we can start over here with Privy at the on the free plan. So I'll go ahead and work on getting that. And this is something too that want to be pretty thoughtful around, because the more that we can lean into service offerings, because one of the other things that I think was talking about their server. Let's see. But yeah, Privy is used quite a lot within the industry. And there might be there was something else too. Was it Story? Ernest, I can't remember if I had a window open for Story ecosystem.
Yeah, I know that's on my back burner. But now that I'm creating stories, I'm hoping I can do something on story.
Build documentation. And let's see.
Uh, the Google Studio keeps crashing.
Just trying to find over here as far as the AI agents.
Hey, Ernest, I like the number 8 if nobody has picked it yet.
Yeah, no, just drop your address here in the chat and I'll send it to you.
Have you looked at this, Ernest, the AI agent registration, how to register IP on Story?
Nope.
And one of the things I was wanting to look at is what it was. Let me do a search on their site. For zero dev.
I got Warpcaster installed and stuff now and set up. So I'll be able to start posting content on Warpcast.
Nice. Well, and this is something too that like just thinking I brought up is that we need to start creating in Flake some of these agents, because I think it'd be easier to get them created there than moving them there, but I'm not sure what it looks like to move the details from one agent to another. But what I was wanting to look over here, this is something infrastructure providers. So this is on the docs.story.foundation story network. Is some tools that are worthwhile. So like over here, wallets and account abstraction. So these are the ones that that Story uses, and the more that we can use infrastructure that is compatible within the ecosystem that we're wanting to play in, so these three are ones that I think that we should prioritize on looking at. Let me copy this over here. Who are I'm gonna put from Story. I think that this is a headline 3.
Ernest, I'll send it on a DM in Discord because it's on my other phone, my
Okay.
MetaMask wallet that I plan to use.
No, that's awesome. That's fine.
All right, so that's slightly different, and I'm pretty sure that Zero Dev and Privy sync up, and I'm not exactly sure what that looks like. Um, but that's something, some important foundational considerations as far as getting some solid infrastructure frameworks that we can work on building our product through. And I'm going to put this as a action item here for us to explore. Young's team schedule demo for IRAclub.com. Their iFlip service. That's still in TradFi, not DeFi.
Yeah. So like when we get action items or when there's action items wrote down here, we need a way to see what the action items are and to know what the action items are without having to go into each project and read through all the notes to find the action
Agree.
items.
And one of the things that we're planning to use, Ernest, is Fluent boards. Right now, the plan is still to let's see,
Doesn't
Fluent
Charmverse
boards.
have task management?
Uh, I'm a little apprehensive on doing a bunch of stuff in Charmverse because it's got a similar dynamic as far as a pay to play on a scaling. If you use that for things like that are could be more chatty, like forums or tasks. We
But
have
Notion has great task management.
and again, Notion is the same problem, is that it's you're in a platform that you don't own, Charmverse or Notion, and like with Fluent boards, that's actually something that we would own on our own website that we could more effectively scale. And we're already planning to use WordPress for CRM a lot for various things. So there's just so much better software for, and I know that you can do CRM in Notion, but Notion is like a pretty
Hmm.
expensive
I'm just talking
solution.
task management. Just task management.
Yeah, that this is what Fluent Boards is for. It's a Kanban board for doing task stuff.
Okay. Can we
And
I
we
mean,
have
what was the other like real easy one that was getting used a few years ago? Except,
Trello.
Trello. Is this replace Trello? Is that what?
No, so Trello is a platform similar to Notion, similar to Charmverse. Fluent Boards is a WordPress software, like a plugin that you can own on your own domain. And where we're building out that functionality for our ecosystem at large is at 3Win Social, but we can also scale, like for example, myIRA.Fund. We're expecting that to be a brand that will scale, where we wouldn't want to direct people to 3Win Social. We want to build all of our presence around myIRA.Fund. So this is something that we're working on with wanting to bring in WordPress experts to build this. And I mean, we already have done that with Buddy Boss, and this is something too, Ernest, if you want to be involved on moving these conversations forward. I know that Tyler would feel a lot better because we've got WordPress, the app, and the mobile already. We've already engaged with them on a done for you service right here for web and mobile. We've got some action items on my plate to move forward. We're also
Yeah,
wanting
I'm
to.
talking about like our internal team tasks, not the tasks that get generated from leads.
So whatever the task is, Fluent Boards, we have an immense amount of capability to do tasks in a workflow, and also we're going to planning to use Fluent CRM. And again, this is we've already had conversations with WordPress, and we'll likely bring in a WordPress consultant. And that's still a question mark based upon some other conversations. So these conversations have been happening and have happened already quite a while in 2024. Because like here soon, we should have our own 3Win social money app, mobile app that you can go into the Apple Store or the Google Play Store, and the goal is to add uh, capabilities. And like I said, whether going back to myIRA.fund, the launch phases, whether we have a mobile app, myIRA.fund for the beta phase or over here for the launch phase, I'm fully expecting that most people will be interacting with their myIRA agency via a myIRA.fund mobile app that may be Buddy Boss on the back end. Time will tell, but that's the goal where we're looking to go with our amazing UX UI. Is it'll people will be largely interacting over here in the launch phase with the myIRA.fund mobile app, and interacting with their myIRA agency in a cloud environment that we deploy for them.
Well, okay. What are we going to use until then? Because currently there's
So that's
notes taken by Fathom that should produce a section called tasks. Because every time you mention add this to a task item in the while Fathom note taker is taking notes, then it'll create the section that's like, these are the tasks.
It does. And this is where, going back to the conversation that we had earlier, is that the email summary that gets sent out is so mediocre compared to the premium summary. And with how much that we're doing content using this format, Zoom live stream, I mean, because this is what, day 16 of 180 days. We're not even done 10% of the way through this marathon that we're under. So this is where we're planning to pay for the premium team Fathom subscription for our ecosystem. And right now that's on a 3Win DAO email account. I may create a new 3Win.
Can't you just set up an automated forward the email that goes to you to us so that we can see what tasks are available to do?
Yeah, but we don't even have that functionality until we get the premium service, because
you can't forward
no
emails
you're not following the email that Fathom creates. It doesn't do that anymore, because I'll send you the one from this.
Okay.
And then I'll send you the one from like a couple days ago where it was still premium, and you'll see the difference of what I'm talking about, because we have to open up our wallet to get the goods, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but you can, even just based off of what's produced now with the non-premium version, you can forward those emails to us.
Sure. It's just that the email is mediocre.
That's fine. I would love to start with something mediocre, because
yeah, and we want Zapier too. So because that's definitely some of the workflow, because there's other things besides just the Fathom. But anyway, we're already 4 minutes past. I'm gonna get the going back to our calendar here. I'm gonna get an office hours scheduled for the 11 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Mountain, 8 p.m. time slot, so that we can continue to jam through. And in between now and then, I'm going to open up or some dialogue with Unlock Protocol, because that's definitely something that I would like to figure out. Because if we can't get the checkout, we should be able to get the checkout workflow working with Unlock. I'm not sure what's problematic, but I'll get that engagement going with Unlock. And YouTube videos transcribed. I think are so real quick on that, Ernest. The transcription is also available through Fathom. So there, besides the AI summary that they do, I think it has a full. So this is where we need to really see what's available.
Yeah, but can you get it from YouTube right now without paying anything?
Okay, well, yeah, that's fair, and it would be interesting to see who does a better transcription. We were also talking about
all of my AI agents have no idea what's going on in your videos because there's no transcription. So even if Fathom's transcribing it, until the YouTube channel is transcribing it, it's unknown what's in your videos without
Is that
somebody
a
watching it and having the screen recorded at the same time.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying is like because there's we have a lot of it on Fathom. Now there's also legacy videos that we don't. But let's talk about that on our office hours conversation here this evening. Sound good?
Yeah, I mean I can find out how to get them transcribed, but if you can just get the YouTube videos, the transcribing set up, which I think all you have to do is have automatic chapters enabled, then that information that's in the YouTube videos that's going out to social media will get into the social realm.
Yeah, no, let's look at that tonight on the AiAgents.Box and other YouTube channels. Because
Yeah. That would be like posting a tweet, but not letting anybody see what your tweet was.
sure.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
cool. Well, I'm going to stop screen sharing here, and then you all can chime in some final thoughts before we bring it up for a wrap here for myIRA.fund, our office hours here on our day 16 of 180-day live stream challenge. Till next time, everybody.
Adios.